What is going on, Dolphins fans? We had a great week, got the W in Seattle, and we're really excited to talk about it. And that's what fucking fake reality sounds like. We are back with an episode that probably is gonna like anger people and call people flip floppers and just get angry on Twitter. But I think that everybody really needs to talk about what we're doing, honestly, from a coaching perspective, playbook perspective, offensive perspective. I don't think we're going to lace too much into the defense because I think they're doing what they can. We'll get into the episode. As you can see, I'm in my car. I was unable to make it home. I'm in between testing classes right now. So just a little bit of a scheduling difference. Joe Robbie will be on. His air conditioner is frozen, so he's dealing with that. So just like the Dolphins, we are dealing with absolute chaos. So without further ado, I don't even think we're going to do intros because I don't think we can say it without being angry. We'll get to that. And Eric, let's get it going.
Let's roll it.
I'm putting the helmet on as always.
The opportunity is right now.
Terrific defensive play. Intercepted. Off the back. Two on the move. Going deep. Speed race. He's got Hill. He's got Hill. The Dolphins have recaptured the lead.
Welcome back. The opportunity is now. We heard Mike McDaniel say that in our intro video. Shout out FinHub. I always shout out FinHub. He did a great job with that video, and kind of ironic that he puts in the opportunity is now. We always hear adversity is opportunity. I am just still waiting for that opportunity because all I've seen is adversity. And at this point, we're turning opportunity into adversity. What's going on, Bobby? What's going on, producer Eric? Like I said, Joe Robbie will be on in a little bit. I'm going to get off around 8 o'clock, and the boys will take it from there. But we got a special show for you. We got a little therapy session. We're going to talk about some things that you want to talk about. How you boys feeling before we get into the topics here? Give us 30 seconds.
Go ahead, Eric. It's your time to shine, baby.
I mean, I felt that I needed to come out from the shadows and, get some stuff off my chest. There's a lot going wrong with this team. I think, maybe we can all come together as a fan base and just air it out today. And after today, we'll just put it behind us. We'll move forward on to Monday Night Football against the Titans. We got a funny story about that from last year we'll get into a little bit later. Outside of that, just another day in paradise. Bobby, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing as good as you can for 1 and 2. It's crazy to think how much has changed in a couple weeks from how hyped we were when the season started to now. We're creating hypotheticals for copium to say we can bounce back, or it's insane where we've come so fast.
And let's keep in mind, all three of us are well aware that it is just week 3. And as Dolphins fans, we know how quickly the tides can turn for the worst. So maybe we can get the worst weeks out of the way first and then have the better weeks finally in December and January when it finally counts. We're going to get to our first topic today, which was the play calling on Sunday at Seattle. Let's discuss the play calling. Bobby, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so one of the things, just like you said, we could kind of get the bad things out of the way. I said last episode, maybe we can use these games as opportunity to lean on things, the run game that we didn't do last year, and kind of learn and create that kind of, offense while Tua's out. So when he does come back, we have a run game, which, let's be honest, the run game has been awesome. When we run the ball great. As long as it's not some crazy, stupid, fake fullback dive, back reverse toss, some creative, cute stuff. When we just line up and run the ball, we're running the ball great. It don't matter who's back there, 5 yards. So, I was really hoping we go into Seattle, run the ball 40 times and say, hey, this is what we got. If you can stop it, good. If not, this is what we're going to do till you can. And, man, we just didn't. And, of course, opportunities have a factor in some of that. Of course, you get down quickly and you kind of you're limited with Skyler, but you kind of do have to try to go get points because you're getting behind, and then defense gets in a bind. And the defense has been playing awesome, but like you can only hold up for so long. And if anybody's played ball, you know, like when you're playing with all you got and you keep getting your damn back broke, eventually you're just gonna be like, all right, whatever. We lost this one. You can't keep asking the defense to come out there and bail you out, and you're not rewarding them. So that was kind of upsetting. But what do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. Honestly, at this point, I think coach might have a little bit of the yips with the play calling. I think he might just be overthinking things and trying to overcomplicate a little too much, because it's shown weeks 1 through 3 when we just line up and just run simple power or inside zone, we're eating teams up. We will run the ball on 1st and 10 right off of, right guard, and we'll pick up 6 yards, 7 yards right off the rip. And then here comes 2 passes, and now it's 4th down, and we're going for it on 4th and 8 from our own 40-yard line, week 1 against the Jaguars. It's almost as if it works too well, he wants to go away from it, which is crazy because in years 1 and 2, we ran the same bread and butter play to death. Everybody knew it was coming. It was unstoppable. And it's just like coach just refuses to want to, keep using the things that are working. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. I really couldn't tell you, what his thought process is behind that.
There's no way that you go into a game without Tua, with Skylar Thompson, and you run the ball 18 times, which was the least amount of runs that we've had all year. That's the least amount of rushing attempts. So
oh my God,
he couldn't have done more opposite of what everyone thought what should have happened, and probably absolutely should have happened. My issue here is that a 2-possession game is a 2-possession game in the second quarter, which it was basically for 3 quarters. It was a 2-possession game.
Mm-hmm.
Zero reason to go away from the run game. Like, this guy goes down 3 points and he's like, God damn it, we got to fucking throw the ball constantly. Like, in what universe, the way that your defense is playing, whatever, they gave up 17 points, you're giving them the ball back at fucking midfield again. Great job. In what universe? I counted the defense got the offense back 6 fucking scoreless possessions. 6 scoreless possessions. That was through the second quarter. That was through the first quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, whatever you mean. There's no reason to go away from the run game in a 2-possession game. It's a 2-possession game in football. Dude, a 2-possession game? You want to talk about a 2-possession game? Let's talk about the Titans game last year at fucking Hard Rock Stadium with 3 minutes left. You want to talk about it? This guy had 3 quarters, 2.5. I'll go 2.5 quarters with a 2-possession game. You don't go away from the run game. And I think we could beat that horse to death, just for like the sake of time here. I think that we've hit that point. Everyone knew that we were going to run the ball. And I keep going back to the point, the Miami Dolphins never do the obvious thing. They don't do the obvious thing in the draft. They don't do the obvious thing in free agency. They don't do the obvious thing on the field. They don't do the obvious thing of quarterbacks, backup quarterback, who's going to play. They don't ever do the obvious thing. Like, I know that this is going to sound insane, but how does Dolphins Twitter know more about how to run this team than from the top down? I've seen everything from mock drafts to game plans, who should be starting quarterback, and it's been right. And I mean, as like a consensus, like, we know what should be happening, and it's not happening. And, we can get into it, and this is a good segue into McDaniel's presser that he had today. And the hubris is just like, listen, Brian Flores had his issues, okay? He had his issues with his hubris. He had issues with his stubbornness. He had issues with controlling the team. But so does Mike McDaniel, man. Like, I thought that he would have been like, okay, I thought he would have had that emotional intelligence factor that Brian Flores was completely missing. And I know Brian Flores is having a great season as a coordinator. No one ever questioned him as a coordinator. But he didn't have that emotional intelligence factor to take a locker room, and it was just way too, like, if you throw an interception and you're going to berate the guy. The biggest issue with Mike McDaniel now is he's stuck in his ways. the hubris on the field. Why is Skylar Thompson throwing the ball 35, 40 times in your most important games? We threw the ball 46 times against the Bills in the wild card game with Skylar Thompson. And then in the presser today, in the presser, he literally says, we're still evaluating Skylar. Why is he not on an injury settlement? We're going after Mike White. And Tyler, why are the first words that come in your mouth not Tyler Huntley is going to take all starting reps because he gives us the best chance at winning games? I'll let you guys take it from there.
I think we're past cat and mouse games now. Like, we're in desperation mode. 1-2, you go 1-3, you lose at home on prime time again to a winless
Terrible
Titans,
team.
and you go from having a lukewarmish seat to, Stephen Ross is going to be in your office Monday night. You better prepare to sleep there, bud. On top of the play calling, it's again not getting the plays in on time, wasting timeouts. It's year 3. It's year 3 in the same system. So if you're going to use that as your excuse of why we kept Skylar Thompson over Mike White, why Skylar Thompson is playing, it has to come back on you as well. Because listen, we don't need 100 words for every play call. Just shorten the play calls. Just get them in faster. Like, it's, you can't have 60 plays for a game, with your backup quarterback. And I don't want to hear this about, well, he tried and Skylar was terrible. Yes, that's true. But other teams get away with this. Go look at the Packers. LaFleur's from the Shanahan tree. They traded a 7th-round pick for what was a forgotten quarterback project that the Tennessee Titans didn't want. Malik Willis, in his first week when he played, he was in Green Bay for less than 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. He went out and had 14 pass attempts. He was 12 for 14 with a touchdown, and they won because Josh Jacobs had 30 rushing attempts. They had 50, I think it was something like 50-plus rushing attempts to win that game, and they won. And guess what? They doubled down, and they did it again last week in a great fashion. Malik Willis has like 4 incompletions in 2 games. At some point, you got to change what you're doing. Like, it's not Tua, not to make this about Tua because, he's probably at Disney on Ice or doing Lord knows what right now, but you got to change what you're doing. It's not the same. You can't just go out there and say like, oh, it's, at this point, he's literally just, coach is telling everybody and the team, it's my system works no matter what. And you're going to run my system as it's designed. And if not, like, we're going to live and die by it. And like, we are dying by it.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest issue is like, this offense is built for Tua and only Tua. Like, Mike McDaniel believed everything he said when he got here about Tua, and he took it like way too literal. Like, he believed in Tua. He built an offense for Tua, but don't ever dare come try to step in this offense if your name is not Tua. The other thing is to go back on the 4th down thing. The 4th down stuff is not working right now, but I will say this because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm all for going for it on 4th down. His 100%. First year, his second year, it was working. We were like, oh, Mike McDaniel's got the biggest balls in the world. He's out here just like, he don't care. Like, it was working. So we were all hype about it. And like, so I'm not going to turn around now and be like, why are you believing in your guys? Why are you trying to go? Like, so right. I'm all for going for it on 4th down, especially if you're midfield or, past that. As far as the offense goes, I mean, the reason why the Packers are doing so well is because they're playing within their means. They're letting Malik do what he can, and they're not asking too much of him. It's quick game with the passing. It's run. It's just simplifying things, and they got a good defense. Their defense is being able to play off of that, and they're having a lead. We haven't had a lead all season, not 1 second. Even our win came with 0 seconds on the clock. So you can't get cute when you don't have cute things going on. Like, there's nothing cute about our situation. You got to get road dog style. You just got to line up, run the ball 40 times, and try to get through each week, literally. It's not about what you can do, it's what you can't do. It's right. Like you got to eliminate certain things and eliminate the possibilities of what can go wrong. That's where the confusion is.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, there's no reason that Skylar Thompson should have had anywhere close to 40 pass attempts in this game. The same thing happened at the Bills wildcard game. We lost by 3 points. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It doesn't seem like stubbornness, but it also like seems like a hubris. Like my offense is going to work. I built this. I made it work with Tua. And dude, like, if you can't go to a podium and brag that nobody can run this offense, and he goes, oh, I thought anybody could run this offense, and it's a very difficult offense to run. Like, that's not something to be bragging about. Like, you should never brag about that. Nobody else can run this offense except for Tua. That's a coaching issue, man. Like I said, like Malik Willis had 2 weeks with the team, just
Mhm.
2,
Same system.
and he's winning games.
And
He's
he
winning
looks
games, dude.
fantastic doing it, by the way.
And
he looks phenomenal.
And he looks great doing it. And the thing is, he plays like a completely different quarterback than Jordan Love. It's not like you have like Jordan Love 1.0 and then Jordan Love 2.0. You have Malik Willis, who came from Liberty, who's running his ass off all over the field, 120-yard games, 160-yard games on the ground, and going to come in, run a completely different style of offense in 1 week turnaround, and then 2 weeks in a row. You're telling me that you couldn't game plan something where, okay, we're going to run the ball 30 times. We are literally going to run the ball 30 times. McDaniel's the ghost. Whatever. That's fine. Like, I wish I was. Maybe I'd care more about my fucking shoes than I do.
No, he's saying
No, he's
Mike
saying the
McDaniel is
actual
turning
ghost of
into Adam Gase.
Yeah, McDaniel is the ghost of Adam Gase at this point. But the thing is, I think now this could be just me speculating, and I have to go in 6 minutes. This is me speculating. Stephen Ross at some point is going to walk down that office and said, "Mike, you're starting Tyler Huntley. Like, you're going to start Tyler Huntley. Tickets are fucking $19.
I hope he did it today.
Tickets are $19. If you go into that game and somehow Skyler gets cleared by Sunday and you trot that motherfucker out on the field,
Monday,
dude,
we're going to riot.
The extra day is not in our favor here for him.
People will leave. Tyler Huntley, again, gives you, I would put $1,000 that we would go 3-3 with Huntley or better.
Easy.
You're telling me Tyler Huntley can't beat the Titans and the Patriots with like 30 rushing attempts on the ground?
Well,
give me Tyler Huntley and 30 attempts. We go 3-3, maybe 4-2. Who knows? Maybe we even go 4-2. But Tyler Huntley, I value diligent preparation. Like, dude, no, don't give me that shit. You play the best players. Stop rewarding someone that just because they work hard. That's fine. Everybody in the NFL is talented. You got to get to that 1% of the 1%. Just because someone works hard and they know your system and they learn the playbook and they can spit out plays and they can call plays on the field, that doesn't mean that they should be starting the football game. I understand that you value preparation, but you know what I value? The quarterback that can actually win the game. And Skyler, for 3 seasons now, like, there was no progression from when we saw him from when Tua went down the first time. There's no difference. It might be worse.
He was better in that Minnesota
regression.
game. The first half of that Minnesota game, rookie year, right? He was balling, and then he got hurt. Which, by the way,
he played well. He played way worse. And there's film out there, like, shout out 5 Reasons and Alf and those guys putting film together. The plays were there. He can't. He fucking can't make them. Tyreek Hill's streaking across the middle of the field where Tua literally that's his like bread and butter. Finally, we're running the clear out with a deep dig, and he's not hitting it. And it's like, this guy physically can't do this. And then Tim Boyle comes in off the practice squad and looks, even though it looked bad, he looked 1,000 times better. We might have won the game with Tim Boyle starting. I know that's a hot take, but we honestly might have won the game with Tim Boyle starting at quarterback. And
it's
like,
not that. Yeah, I don't think it's that hot of a take. I think he did look decisive. He moved around. He got out of the pocket. He scrambled a little bit. Hey, Smythe dropped the dime touchdown. That was amazing.
Fucking arm talent throw. That was an arm talent throw.
Listen, so that's my one exception. If Bull, what have you said, starts Monday night, I could understand that one just because of the being comfortable with the playbook. He's been here. He did show a little bit, Sunday. But other than that, I want to see Huntley. If for nothing else, he doesn't know the whole playbook, but he can do things that the other quarterbacks can't. If you don't have a guy that can make the throws anyways, why does it matter? Huntley can at least come in, create with his legs, give the defense something else they got to worry about, go get you the hard third downs. You don't have all these 4th down situations, or maybe you do. He goes gets those. So Huntley, I want to see, if for nothing else, the fireworks, man. Monday Night Football, you cannot roll out there and do what you just did on Sunday and drop a dud. Like, we cannot do that.
Yeah, McDaniel today on the presser, he mentioned that, like, they were thinking about Huntley and, they were going to see how it went. And he mentioned, that the playbook already has some things that could work with him. Mentioning back to Washington days with RG3. RG3 rookie year was electric factory, and McDaniel was part of that coaching staff, so he knows how to use a mobile quarterback. It's just a matter of getting back to the drawing board and just committing to it. You have to commit to it because at this point, the team has to know. There's no way that you can lie to grown men, professionals who are putting their bodies on the line every single day, every play that they're out there, and looking them straight in the face and saying, Skylar Thompson is our best answer. And, look who's here.
Bang, bang.
Just in time.
Just
Boys, we made
in
it.
time.
I heard Skylar Thompson. I just came a running.
Yeah, we're talking. So just to fill you in, if we want to start you on the takes here, McDaniel's presser today talking about the possibility of Skylar, even the idea of evaluating Skylar Thompson as a starter for Monday.
So I made back-to-back tweets today talking about this. The negligence. If he really wants to put himself on the hot seat, that's exactly what he'll do. Point blank.
Yeah, agreed.
Because your ego cannot take saying, you know what? I was wrong about Skylar. That's cool. Let's move on. This team deserves to move on. These athletes that are already, the other 52 people need to be able to win. Right. You've seen what Skylar can do, dude. This isn't his first rodeo. This is year 3.
Right.
Come on, dude.
And that's why I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I was proven wrong. And we can go back to that steak reference. That steak is burning right now.
Dude. Oh, by the way, this is pretty cool that all 4 of us are on and we all 4 have our hats on.
Dive bar, baby.
How many states now? There's dive bar hats floating around this country.
20.
We gotta have the states. I got 2 minutes here before I have to go back in here. I gotta go back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give us your parting thoughts. Where do we go from here? What are you looking forward to Monday?
Is the season isn't over. We know how quickly things can change. I truly think that Tyler Huntley can get this team to 3-3, right? I really do believe that. I do believe that Tyler Huntley could beat the Titans. I do believe that Tyler Huntley could beat the Patriots. Now, the Colts is going to be a tough game, depending, how Anthony Richardson does and how our defense deals with that travel after the bye week. We can literally go 3-3 with Tyler Huntley. Now, Tim Boyle, I'd be open to, like Bobby said, he knows the system and all that. But McDaniel was in Washington when they had RG3. You're telling me that he doesn't have an RPO offense in the fucking playbook, a read option offense in the playbook? Yes, you do, Mike. You have that. And I think I know this is part of the denial in me, is he's doing coach speak. Tyler Huntley's gonna get all the starting reps. They're gonna install a read option offense. They're gonna install an RPO offense. Something very simple, very easy. 15, 20 passes. You're going to have 20, 30 rushing attempts on the ground on a very, very vulnerable Titans defense. And I really do believe that Tyler Huntley gets a 3. If we get to 3-3, none of this, anything that we've bitched about and talked about and complained about as fans, none of that matters. It's a fucking new season. Yep. Tua comes back, 100%. Runs the offense. You got things figured out. 3-3, nothing matters. You win. You only have to go win 60% of your games for the last 12, and honestly, you probably make the playoffs easily.
And honestly, but that's my take. If you are who you think you are, then you should win 60% of the games.
That's my take. I will talk to you guys. I gotta get going.
Later, dude. Sorry I missed
you, brother. Nation. Shout out Dive Bar.
Yeah, so
we're gonna miss you, lad.
One thing that makes me hopeful that Huntley is already the guy. I don't know if y'all picked this up on the live broadcast. He sat with Tua the entire game. They're looking at the tablet. They're looking at the play sheet. Tua had a play sheet in his hand. They're going over the plays together the entire game. He's sitting there talking to Tua and OBJ, and at the end of the game, him and Tyreek were having a heart-to-heart, kind of breaking down hey, look, this is me. In my head, this is what they were saying. Hey, look, when we get you out here next week, none of this bullshit. Gonna be some razzle-dazzle. Gonna make it fun again. This is what we're gonna do. So in my eyes, that's how I'm selling myself. Huntley is the guy. I really, really hope Huntley's the guy. And look, this might not work either. Let's be honest here. There's a chance Huntley doesn't change anything. But for the sake of trying and excitement, I need to see some Snoop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is Skylar can't even see his blind side, bro. I think there was one play where I don't know if it was Tehran or not, but one play somebody blew past the left tackle and he didn't even look over there. Like he didn't even see him coming, dude.
Yeah, the
Like,
awareness
he
is
was
at
like a
all-time
deer in
low.
headlights, bro. A deer in headlights.
Do you remember that screen pass that he tried to throw to New? Friend of the pod, by the way. He threw the screen pass 20 yards in the air. Jonu's there looking at it, waiting for it to come down. Would have been a huge play if he just threw a normal pass to him, you know? It's crazy. And look, I mean, we could rag on McDaniel and you know, a lot of it, you know, is on him, you know, but he's not out there with illegal shifts, missing blocks, and doing these things. But at the same time, you got to get your players in positions to win. If we have to do less shifts this week, let's do that. If you got to condense the play calling, let's do that. You know, we can't go out. You know what the definition of insanity is, boys?
Doing
Doing
the
the
same thing over
same
and
thing.
over again. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Expecting
saying.
a different outcome.
Even if Huntley doesn't have a huge package or like know the playbook totally, you got to put him out there because he at least gives you a shot to make a play. Like you roll out there with Skyler, you got what you got, and you're stuck. Look, I don't know about y'all, but I was raised in a trailer park. We played well, I'm not gonna say what we played, what we called it, but Razzle Dazzle's backyard bullshit. Razzle Dazzle's, you just got a little something extra, a little bedazzle. You know, you're running around, you throwing the ball behind your back. You just
Razzle Dazzle was always Deion Sanders to me.
There you
Like-
go.
Razzle
prime
Razzle
time, baby.
Dazzle.
Like prime time, high step into the end zone, little razzle dazzle. That's it right there.
Razzle Dazzle's like porn. You know it when you see it. You know?
Even handing the ball off looks better. It's just like, dang, did you see that handoff? Did you see that hand fake?
Oh man, see, like I think what I'm most excited about with Huntley is his ability to extend plays because I don't think when's the last time we've had a like a true athlete at quarterback, Pat White?
Ooh,
That don't even count.
West
that don't
Virginia
count, right? He got
ledge.
decapitated very fast.
And that's what I'm thinking. We've never seen Tyreek back to the backyard bullshit. We've never seen Tyreek and Waddle with the opportunity to do some backyard bullshit.
And don't play with Jonu with this backyard bullshit too.
Yeah.
Jonu's fast, bro.
New is fast. And Waddle's already worked with Snoop over the offseason. He said today, because he was on the mic, and they tried to press him like, oh, so you have chemistry with him already? He was like, no, but we've just, we ran routes and thrown together. Obviously, Snoop being from down here helps. So, something's got to give. And let me just say one more thing, and then we'll move on to a different topic. I've seen it on Twitter and some stuff in the chat here. Like, look, we can talk about coach and his coaching and how bad it's been and all that type of stuff. But let's chill with he's relapsed and all this other bullshit. Like, we don't need to be doing that. Like, we got to be better. We got to be better as a fan base. Like, attack him for his game planning, attack him for his coaching, but let's not mess with that. Like, we're better than that as a fan base. So let's just chill with that. Anyways, moving right along.
Am I allowed to take a sip?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like bad timing.
Dude,
It's actually perfect timing.
You can always take a sip, especially right now.
We are at the dive bar. So
what's next for us, Eric?
Let's a couple more things from the game. Like, what did you guys see? Like, give me like one positive you saw, one negative you saw. It could be on either side of the ball from a specific play or a play that you remember. Bobby,
wait, can I bring up one point real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. We got time, bro.
Dude,
we got time.
Did you guys notice that the offense changed when Tim Boyle got in? Or was it just me? I was already pretty angry.
I think it was just him.
Like, was the offense different? Like,
No,
it was a pro set forms a little bit more shotgun. Like, I feel like something changed in the offense, and I'm wondering why McDaniel was so stubborn to not allow Skyler to do that.
Yeah, he
changed.
definitely dumbed it down.
I feel like it did.
Absolutely. He definitely started calling simpler plays. That, again, we're also open. Boyle missed, like, Tim got in the game and, like, bless his heart, he's a nice guy. But if, go look up his career stats going back to, like, high school and college. Like, I don't know how this man has made it here, but God bless him.
Dude, my wife asked me, she goes, who's Tim Boyle? I said, well, he's really good at throwing to our players, so maybe we have a chance. And then I showed her the Javon Holland clip, and she's like, oh, no, he's not good, is he?
Hey, yeah, real quick. Hey, we got my boy Eric over 1,000. Eric, for y'all that don't know, Eric's been stuck at like 946 for like 2 years.
Long
just
time.
needed a little shouse juice is all
A
I
little
needed.
But,
the Shouse juice works.
appreciate
It
y'all
does
for showing
work.
him how we get down today, and keep showing
Yeah,
my
that
boy
was cool
love.
of y'all, man.
He's gonna be on the show more often, especially now that we're in season. We're gonna be doing more of these interactive, heart to heart episodes. Of course, we still want to bring you guests, but it's gonna be a lot more of this. Even if we have guests, we still want to do one of these a week so we can interact with you guys more. We know we haven't been able to do that initially. That our original plan with this podcast was more of this style. So we're gonna get back to that. We're definitely gonna start, Jesus Christ.
So, all right. So, just for everybody to know, like, when we have guests on, we try not to read the comments because, like, after Blake's
I don't try.
after Blake's episode, like, y'all had us laughing so hard, I felt bad. So, like, today's fun because I'm reading the chat and it's just the best. You guys are the best.
Yeah, you guys are hilarious. It's actually hilarious. We all needed this. We all needed this, So,
Like, JCap can go back to being JCap today.
yeah, let it rip, brother. Go ahead. So a couple more things from this game, and then we can kind of move on a little bit. And we want to get to your questions. We appreciate all the interactions. We got a lot of good questions today. So we'll get to that. But
go back to the positive, bro. Go back to the positive.
Give me
That
one
was
positive.
That was a really good question.
Give me one positive, boys. We'll start, Joe, since you just came in late. Like, give me one positive from the game that you saw. It could be on either side of the ball. I think the defense deserves a little bit of flowers here, but go ahead.
Are you gonna let me answer? Or you're gonna answer for me. Now you're acting like me. No. So I mean,
Cut him off.
we're seeing a trend with Anthony Weaver with the second half, right? We all seen the stats.
Right.
He's an adjustment DC. He makes adjustments at
I would
halftime.
like to see him develop that first half as well and see what the defense could put together, because I feel like these next three games are so crucial that if the defense plays an entire game, I don't care who's at quarterback, we can win a game.
Absolutely.
Just my thoughts. I mean, this defense down the line is amazing.
And I don't know if you guys can see this, but shout out Dolphins Talk Tom gave us some stats on the defense through, broken down in halves. So week 1, we allowed 191 and 17 points in the first half. And then the second half of that game, 104 yards, no points, pitched a shutout. That was against Trevor Lawrence and them boys, which, again, everybody, it could be worse. We could be Jaguars fans. So, week 2, the defense, 198 in the first half, 24 points against probably the best team in football right now, but 59 yards in the second half and no points allowed on defense. And then last week, 194 in the first half, 17 points allowed, and then 132 and 7 points, which was garbage time anyways. So it's clear that Coach Weaver knows how to make some halftime adjustments, which is great to see. So, Bobby, what's your positive from Sunday Sunday afternoon?
Well, my positive is something I wish we would have used more. It's the run game, and I've been killing these boys with it, and they're probably tired of hearing me tell them this.
Hold on, Joe, self-aware, brother. You know how self-aware I am. I tell these boys I know what I'm doing. I can't help myself. I'm an animal. It is what it is, bro.
It's a shtick.
They just deal with me at this point.
When the idea hits his brain, it has to come out his mouth, or he won't get it out. So we've learned to work around, and it makes it us who we are. So it is what it is, and it's Bobby, always on. It seems like he always cuts Ghost off, so that's fun.
That's true. A little smooth, pretty smooth going right now. Bobby, what's your
Ghost
positive?
is long-winded. He's the best, but my boy could talk.
Oh, you missed it. All you missed was basically 20 minutes of Ghost talking.
But I got 20 minutes. You guys are gonna hear some shit.
Oh yeah, and we were waiting on you. We're like, hold on, let's wait a minute for Joe. He was like, let's just go ahead and get it going.
Every minute he's like, we're 4 minutes deep already, guys. I only got 26 minutes. We got to run it right now. Let's run it.
By the way, Eric, pin that mustache point, because I am not now. I'm reversing the jinx. I'm not cutting my mustache till we win now.
There you have it. That thing's gonna be glorious soon.
So my positive from the game was the run game. It's simple. And people can hate this, but the O-line's working in the run game. When you don't get cute, when you go straight up, the O-line's working, man. The O-line is getting it done. The tight ends. I love all the run action we're doing, except for the cute stuff. The cute stuff worked a little bit last year. I feel like McDaniel's bad for this too. He'll run a play for the first time, and if it goes for 8, you got 8 years of that play. It does not matter if it works again or not. You're looking at that play for 8 years. So that little fake back toss, it hasn't worked in like a half a year, but McDaniel's going to run it. So the run game is my thing. And I really hope we lean on it Monday night. Jalen Wright looked awesome. Got 2 plays. Come on. Dude, fresh legs, ready to go, and you're just wasting them.
Coach saw Jalen Wright get 8.5 yards per carry and was like, that's enough of that. We don't need that anymore today. That is just that's too good.
Saccone might have brought up a good point. He just said Jalen needs to learn the playbook. Maybe that's the case. I mean, he's still a rook, and it's a difficult playbook.
That's another thing. Why can't we just simplify it a bit? Everything doesn't have to be rocket science. Look, and speaking of the run game, I wanted to pull something up just so because the stills show a lot. So shout out to Kyle Krabs, grinding the tape. If you guys don't listen to him, he's fantastic. Just look at these runs.
Boy knows ball.
Look at this. Look at HN. Look at the holes that are here to go. And again, look at this. Look at Eichenberg catching a body. Look at Austin Jackson has this guy completely out of the play.
Hey, Eric.
Look at this.
Inside zone.
Exactly. Inside zone. Armstead's down, but look, he did his job. Everybody's doing their job. Look at Jalen Wright. Look at this hole. But no, we it's too good. You want to go away from it. When he ran that outside zone pitch on 3rd and 1, I nearly lost my mind. I was at a gender reveal party with a lot of people, so I had to try to keep my composure, but I had to walk outside. It was unbelievable, that play call. It's just it's baffling at that point,
To touch back on Jalen Wright real quick, I was so shocked that he was inactive week 1 that I reached out to someone close to him, and they told me that he's locked in, he's ready to, I don't know about the playbook or whatnot, but I can tell you this. Jalen Wright is locked in, and that motivated him more than ever. The lack of playing time is only motivating this kid. He's ready to roll. He's just using it as fuel. So I'm excited to see what he does down the stretch. We have a loaded running back room, so I get it. It's a little banged up, but Jalen Wright will be ready to roll. He is ready to roll, and he's taking it as it comes, and it's motivating him, and he'll get his chance.
Imagine knowing you're a superstar and you're behind another superstar.
Yeah,
and we're still not running the ball, dog.
That's the real crazy part.
Like at least 25 times a game minimum. 25 times a game.
Dude,
minimum.
That horse collar call, that was crazy. The first drop probably we get 3 at least.
Textbook horse collar. Absolutely the definition of it.
Yeah, it wasn't even questionable. It fully took him to the ground by the name, the
name pad. Yeah. And the ref is there, standing right there on sir, you just.
Can we move forward? I'm tired of this game, dude.
Yeah.
No, you'll deal with it, and you're a Dolphins fan. You'll live with it, okay?
Yeah, we talked about it.
And look, before we move on from this game and where we go forward and get into the mailbag, we just have to take one moment and really just relive the last play of half. Failed.
You're not doing it.
Hail Mary.
Are you doing it?
No, I'm not going to do it because YouTube has special rules, so I'm not going to live us through it. But we all know what I'm talking about.
Let's talk about the last 2 plays of the first half.
Our quarterback did a play action
4th and
pass
39
with no time left in the first half from the 50-yard line. He did a play action pass, rolled out, walking to the sideline, and not only that, to boot. I don't know if they didn't really show it on the TV, but if you watch from all 22, Tyreek and Waddle just run out of bounds. There's nobody down the field.
Before we bash Skyler, it was a dumb play call. We're just run the Hail Mary. Just run the Hail Mary and chuck it to the end zone.
Forwards and just throw it down there, hope for the best. But no. They
ran an actual concept from the 50-yard line when everybody in the whole country knew Hail Mary was coming. I didn't even see the last play because I literally was too busy angry tweeting about the play before the last play because I thought that was the last play when he ran around for 20 seconds to check down to a tight end in double coverage.
Do you remember that Pros versus Joes?
Oh, I love that show.
That looked like it was a Pros versus Joes Hail Mary challenge, and Skyler was the Joe. And he had Deion Dawkins just come and level him. That's what it looked like.
Oh, my God.
But he looked like that the whole game. That play where he just, on 3rd down, he catches the snap, drops it, picks it back up, drops it again.
Hey, say what you want about Tannehill, but nobody took hits like Tannehill.
Yo, Tannehill was tough. We only missed time because of ACL.
That kid was made of
Tannehill
nails,
broke
dude.
records with how many times he got hit and sacked. Like it was record years.
That's the other thing. The O-line isn't even on the top 10 of list of problems that we have right now.
Yo, are we the team that gives people false hope?
Oh, yeah. Although I feel like a lot of fans are.
In 3 weeks, did we become that team?
It's
what a crazy thing. I really went to bat for
such a jag.
I went to bat for Skyler last week. I didn't say he was a great guy. And honestly, I truly
a Jacksonville
believe
Jaguar. Like he fits the mold for a Jacksonville
You
Jaguar.
think they'd give us you think they'd give us Mac Jones for Skyler? We just do a straight up like backup quarterback swap. Like you guys want our trash, we'll take yours and see
I'll
what we
say
can
this
do.
too. I don't want to hear
If you want to
anything
stay
else
on this screen, you'll never bring up Mac Jones and Dolphins again.
Yeah,
It was out there. It's out there.
That's what I'm about to say, though. I don't want to hear nothing about any more reports about who's the Dolphins going after. Tyler Huntley's been here 2 weeks, and we're still wondering if he's even going to play. No quarterback is coming here. I keep telling y'all this. No quarterback, no offensive lineman, no receivers. They're not making moves because no one can come in and just play here. You got Huntley, and Huntley may or may not touch the field until Tua gets back, and Tua is coming back.
Hey, FOD is like family to us, but we will crush them.
And that's another thing. Sorty trying to come back and parade on the timeline. Dude, you missed the hardest part of your whole agenda. Dude, get out of here. That's fake. And I love Sorty. But, dude, you hid during the hardest time of your campaign. Now you're coming back when it's all over? No.
That's young slime. That's what he does.
Young
baby.
slime.
That's what he does. Baby.
Young slime.
Hit it.
Oh,
Goes to somewhere taking a test right now, cringing. He just cringed because he knows that Bobby hit the alarm.
He felt it. He was like, oh.
It's like a spidey sense he has. All right, so let's hopefully we can put a bow on this. So where do you guys see us? We kind of touched on it, but where do you kind of see us? Going from here. See, like, look, it's bad, boys. Last week was everybody. It's bad. The last 2 weeks have been bad. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost rock bottom. Like, it's almost as if we can only go up from here. So, like, what do you want to see this week? Like, where do you think we can go from here, moving forward to try to, get the train back on track here, Joe?
So I'm really hoping, brother. Like, I'm really hoping that this was the straw that broke the camel's back for McDaniel, as far as like not wanting to submit to the run game. Like, it's got to come. There's going to be that game where it's a breaking point for him. He's not, let's all be honest, he's not stupid, though. He's not stupid.
Right.
And he wants what's best for this team. I know he does. He's a great dude. It's time to wake up. It's time to pound the rock. It's time to let the defense do what they do. Play a little Pittsburgh style, 3-0. Kansas City really runs the rock and plays great defense. 3-0.
And I mean, that's where the league's going
Seahawks
anyways.
just play the Dolphins, so they don't count.
That's where the whole league is going. Defense and running
that's
the ball.
that's just. I mean, listen, the league always shifts. There's always a roller coaster in the league. Right now, it's defense and running. I mean, the numbers are the numbers. Bobby, what do you think?
First and foremost, like I said, I really hope we get Huntley. I really hope it's Huntley's season, and it may work or may not work. I'm not just saying Huntley season because I think it's going to guarantee us a win, but I think it gives us a chance. I think you got to put a playmaker out there with other playmakers and let hopefully plays happen. So Eric said earlier, the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over. We've seen all the other options. And Tim Bull, I get just on the sense of being like in the system or whatever, but I really hope and I really think Monday night we're going to get Huntley. We're going to see some razzle dazzle and things are going to get back on track. I think it's so quick how like right now we're pretty close to the rock bottom. We're pretty close to the rock bottom. We're drinking our good whiskey. Like, we're going.
The barrel's almost dry.
We're going to the bourbon. I went and picked up a new bottle of bourbon just because I was like, man, I need to pick me up. So, we're close to the bottom. But the thing is, like, if we beat the Titans and then we beat the Patriots and go on bye, all of a sudden, like, we're chilling. Like, we're 3-2 and we're on bye week and we're like, you know what I mean? So, like, It's that easy. So like we got to do it. Now on the other hand, if we go out and lose to the Titans, first of all, if we lose to the Titans, I'm all the way down bad. If we go out and lose to the Titans and the Patriots and we head into bye week 1-4.
By the way, I just kind of want to give like my perception on fandom. I know it's weird, but like,
Go ahead.
you're allowed to cry the blues Sunday, Monday. Sunday, Monday, get it all out of your system. Hit the reset button on Tuesday. Let's get back to work. Like, at the end of the day, it's week 3, early in the season. We're in our easiest stretch of the season right now. So if there was a time for him to go down, it's now.
Mhm.
Let's regroup. Let's win a game. Let's gain momentum. Taste of victory is very contagious, boys. We
Just
all
need a
know
little
that.
momentum.
This same team could go and rip 6 games in a row.
That's all it takes.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's the NFL, dude. Like, it just is.
Every
And that's-
Sunday,
And
crazy
that's what I'm
things happen.
saying. We're either going to be like all the way out or over here talking about now wait till Tua comes back. We're 3-2, boys. We're on bye. We're chilling. Like that. And it's going to be one or the other. We're either going to be sitting here getting drunk, crying with y'all, which I'm fine with if that's what it calls.
This is a safe space.
If
And
that's what
dude,
the Lord
I cry
wants me
with the
to do.
best of them. I always F this, F that, F this. Like, bro, but listen, we're emotional, dude. We're super passionate about our team. It's going to happen. Like, it's fine. But if you carry that over to your real life or you carry that, like, that's kind of cringy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
let it go,
Yeah.
dude. Let it go. You're
Yeah,
not
one
playing on
thing-
the
yeah.
fucking team. You're not playing on the team. They can't
One-
hear you. I promise they don't hear. The organization doesn't hear you.
One thing
They
you
don't.
definitely got to know about us, and everybody a little different than the other as far as like how far they go with it. But on Twitter, we having fun, man. More than anything, we having fun. And we don't put rules and like strict restrictions on how we Twitter. Like Joe rooting for Cam Ward already, but he loves Tua. Ghost playing big brain all the time. Gotcha. But he owes like $10,000 right now. And they talk about that. But
Some bad
whatever.
bets were made.
Whatever. But real quick, little surprise addition to the panel. Chris Saccone.
Oh, the boy.
Big friend of the pod. What up, Chris?
Chris, we
What
got
up,
your phone
gentlemen? How we
sideways.
doing
Mod and
today?
beard going.
Hey, flip it, dog. Flip it.
Put your phone sideways and then it'll.
Yeah, I got
yeah.
you.
Is that the new cribbo?
Yeah, new crib, dog.
Rest
Yes,
of the new
sir.
crib, breaking it in.
Congrats.
Yes, sir. Got it on Sunday.
Look at that fucking
Many
beard.
blessings, brother. Many blessings.
Thank you.
Dude, he's making me
Got
look
him-
bad
oh,
right
yeah.
now.
The beard's getting long. It's getting out of hand.
West Palm, Chris? Or you're further north?
Port St. Lucie now.
Port St. Lucie. And where do you cut hair, though? Just to let everybody know.
So West Palm Beach, pretty much. It's off of Okeechobee and 441. If anybody knows the area, kind of where the Super Target is over there. Middle of everything. It's a salon suite, so it's a building basically with a whole bunch of people that cut hair. But it's a cool thing, man.
Yeah, you
so
have
check
a
out our boy
sick
if you're in
setup.
the area. It's
You
a
have a
fire
sick
shop.
Don't mind me, by the way. My phone's about to die because my AC froze. It was a
Sounds
whole thing.
about
That's
right.
why I was late today. So I'm gonna charge my phone and I'm gonna walk with it. It's gonna be a little awkward, but we're gonna go on a journey together.
You're good. You're good, fam.
We'd love to
So,
see that house too.
Oh,
hey,
shut up.
it's not the bad one. You know?
fell
Hey.
asleep in my pool, dude. You've been here. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, when I was down there for week 1, we played Pong. Like we went ham at Joe's house.
going to baseball
Saturday?
is.
Hey, we had a day, boys.
There are pictures of me, and I'm glad they haven't made the timeline yet. I'm sure they're gonna make the timeline, but there are pictures of me passed out on a floaty in Joe's pool.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, you just
Yeah.
got married, so we're being patient with you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I appreciate that.
All right.
I gotta
so,
have a little leniency with you.
So before we move on to the mailbag,
Joe's been known to have Diddy parties. Not with me. Not with
Pause.
me.
Pause.
That's not even like it's
I
too
don't know
soon,
about
dude.
Diddy parties.
It's too soon since the last Diddy party we had. Too soon, dude.
Oh,
So
man.
one more piece of copium, ultimate fan copium, because life's too short to be miserable all the time. We always complain about how we start hot and then flop. Maybe
It's opposite.
this is the year that we flip the script. We do have a lot of horses coming back. Coach did say today OBJ's had no setbacks. He should be practicing week 4, come back for week 5. We got Chubb coming back at some point here pretty soon. And then the ghost of Isaiah Wynn. Nobody's seen him, but, hopefully he's going to come back here pretty soon as well. And then, of course, Oos. So we have, if we can just tread water here.
Yeah.
We got a shot. We got a shot. So,
I do. I agree. I do think that this year is definitely different than most years. Normally, like you said, we start off 6-1, 5-1, and then we kind of hit that, that plateau. And so maybe this year it's opposite. And, like you said, all these dudes coming back can bring a spark to us, even Mostert, and all these guys.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So it's like,
I forgot we had him.
Yeah, for real.
It's like going to be fresh.
And, I sounded like I was kind of talking junk about Jalen earlier, Jalen Wright, but I want to see him on the field more. And like, I think Bobby, you said they do need to dumb down this offense a little bit just to get guys in, bro, because we have like fucking insane talent, but we just don't have, it's a very tough offense to learn, especially for guys coming in, like right away.
Yeah, and breaking news here, but like running backs and receivers and tight ends, they take time. So like these guys don't come in and just like take over. Like, especially in a room like ours is very unique with how much talent's already in there.
Yeah.
Like these guys take time. So like I ain't panicking, I wish we could see more of it, especially last week.
Yeah.
But
18 runs, I think it was last week. That's insane. And it was working too. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, it was all right, but we're closing the chapter on whatever the hell that was out there in the Pacific Northwest. Let's get into the questions in our mailbag here. So we'll pull some up.
But
and
nothing pains me more than Tua not playing Monday Night Football.
Yeah. But hey,
the primetime Tua stuff is not ideal.
I'm out on primetime.
Hey, we gotta overcome the hurdle one day.
Listen, Tyler
Huntley, the playoffs.
It just what do they say? It just takes one, baby.
Yeah,
it just takes one.
Look,
Tyler Huntley, though, I feel like will be that guy, bro. I think he'll come in. If we could just get a Manila offense for him, like a play action style offense, bro, I think we're good, bro. I think you just get him moving, hit some, run some play action and hit the tight end on an out or running back, Tyreek, things will open up. He has the legs to make moves. So let's see.
Don't forget Razzle Dazzle.
A lot of razzle and razzle. All right, let's get into the mailbag here. Let's see what we got here. So first up, we got our boy Piero. Shout out Thegs_P, longtime friend of the pod. Says, sup divers, first time, long time. Anybody
Hold
have
on
any?
A second, Eric, no. Eric's out here, longtime friend of the pod. It's been Eric's best friend since he's a baby.
Great guy too. Met him at the game.
Give him the
awesome
proper
guy.
shout out, dickhead.
Awesome wife. Great people.
Always wearing the dive bar hat too. That's the homie.
And fun fact, Piero's the reason I met you, asshole.
That is true. It's crazy how life works. So he
Eric
wants to
to slot him in there. He just tried to slot him in like another regular.
Eric, did you just big league him?
You didn't even let me finish my thought. I was gonna give him my, let people know who he is. That's my brother though, for real. Anybody want to take this one? Any insight as well? We can't run the ball 3 straight times. And
I mean, I think we've talked about that enough.
Right?
Like,
So it's an allergy.
It's literally a choice. Like we could run the ball 6 straight times.
I think we all agree. We hope he fucking figures it out. Like that's it.
Be the plug.
Yeah, what's up, baby? Missing you, bro.
Your favorite lawyer right there, baby.
Also, Shao P, if you need any lawyer stuff handled, don't get in trouble, but just hit me up. I got you. He'll take it. He does any cases. So whatever you got, people. Whatever you need.
Spanish speakers.
So all right. Let's get on to this next one. So this one's for all of us. So from the List Fins pod, big friend of the pod, always supporting, always watching. So what do you guys think are record predictions for the next 3 games if Tyler Huntley starts all 3?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Joe, go ahead first. What do you think?
That's a good one, boys. Someone's got to lower their volume.
Just a little.
All right.
Next 3 games, if you guys don't have it memorized.
If we do lose one of the next 3 games, I honestly think it will be next game. But if Huntley plays, and I'm not just. I mean, we can go 3-0. We'll probably go 2-1. We'll end up losing one just because that's what happens.
So
But we definitely can go 3-0 with these next 3 games.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, so we have Monday Night Football coming up, 7:30 against the Titans. And then we have at New England, 1:00 game. Then we have our bye. And then actually on my birthday, we are at the Colts. So
yeah, these are winnable.
Those are the next 3.
These are winnable games for sure. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We always play, a tough game against the Titans. But if we can get past the Titans, I do think is the Patriots game at home or in New England?
That's in New England.
Well,
1:00 game though, shouldn't be cold.
I still think we could beat them, even with this.
They're not good, dude.
No, they're not. They're not. Their offense is trash. It's their defense that's going to be an issue.
They're falling apart though.
They made Aaron Rodgers look like Green Bay Aaron Rodgers the other night.
And let's be honest too. Judon was our damn kryptonite for years.
Yeah.
I'm glad not to see the damn red sleeves. Yeah.
Get them red sleeves out of
Get the
here.
hell out of here. Jesus Christ.
And he still wears the red sleeves.
Yep.
Did y'all hear on the broadcast why he wears them?
No.
It freaks his mama out to see blood on his elbows, so he switched to red so she would never worry anymore.
Oh, that's dope.
That's kind of sick, though.
Now I kind of like him, especially because he's not in New England.
And he plays for Atlanta, so it's still fine. It's part of the color scheme. That's pretty cool.
Belichick was on the Manning cast, and he was like, yeah, he loves those red sleeves. He actually started wearing those because his mama don't like seeing blood on them.
You can only talk like Coach O.
Bobby.
I got one alter ego.
Coach O.
I've been down here too long in the bayou, man.
Bobby's wife is somewhere in that house just cringing.
Think about the 3 quarterbacks that we're playing.
Jacoby Brisket.
I like everything.
Will Levis, yep.
Like we're set up for success. We're actually set up for success. That was a good Seahawks team, guys. Like that was a good team.
Yeah. No, that Seahawks team's making the playoffs. They're good. That's a good team.
That team has beat good teams. Like last year, they beat a lot of teams. People were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I do think these Levis, he can run a little bit. He might be the most pain in the ass, but I do think Brissett should be easy stop for our defense. And Anthony Richardson, he's a young quarterback, so if we can give him some, different looks and things like that to kind of get him, a little shook for being a second-year guy. But basically, this is kind of his, he missed half the season last year.
Yeah.
So.
And him and Levis give the ball away.
Yeah, the list had a good stat. The list had a good stat earlier on Richardson. He's like, I forget, they can drop it again if they're still in here, but it was like he's like 49% completion percentage or something. And Richardson's one of those guys. He's either dropping a 70-yard bomb right on the money or throwing an interception to a guy looking right at him.
Yeah, so I think we all kind of agree the goal would be to at least get to 3-3. If anything better than that after the next 3 games, that'd be chalk. But anything worse than that is changes will need to be made.
Yeah.
Changes will be made because we have enough talent everywhere else to.
We have to answer Jay real quick. He's out here talking about Matlock and Fox News. No, my wife is watching How I Met Your Mother. Put some respect on her name.
Yeah, and I'd love to sit here and be like, I feel like we would do this too much though. We do the whole, we bouncing back, 3-0 baby, Snoop season.
I'm done hyping it.
Yeah, reality is we could go 3-0. We could go 3-0. These are 3 teams that we should beat. But the also reality is we could be back here in 3 weeks crying harder, drinking more bourbon. So I'm not going to sit here and act like, 3 teams we should beat. We're going to bounce back. We're going to be 4-2. But at the same time, we have 3 great opportunities in front of us. And I really look forward to seeing how we respond. The defense showed up. That was one of my big things I wanted to see is the guys going to fold? When you don't have an offense helping you, how are you going to play? That's a big deal for defenses. And the defense showed up.
And listen, Holland got burnt. That shit happens, dude. It happens, though. It's football. Like, laugh about it. Go watch it in the film room. Get your balls busted and move on. Like, it is what it is, dog. People get burnt all the time. It's DK Metcalf. Like,
yeah.
It's not some slouch. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fast dude right there.
Yeah.
Do we expect to get Odell back in the next few weeks? Have we heard anything? I heard, that he's due back next week if after the 4 games. But
Have we heard any positivity on that?
Yeah, coach said today, no setbacks, and he should start practicing after this week, right?
As soon
After
as
the
he's
4th
eligible.
week. So yeah, he should start practicing. So that'd be huge. That would be huge.
And for what it's worth, OBJ thought he could play week 1. So
yeah, it's just us being us. Exactly.
Yeah.
McDaniel does what he does at this point, and he takes care of guys, maybe too much, coddles them, whatever.
Yeah.
OBJ was ready to roll.
All right,
Bro,
boys,
I'll tell you what's the most frustrating part about this year so far, like a weird frustrating point. Man, I can't wait to see Malik Washington play football, bro.
Me too, bro.
Dude,
Like, bro, I was so hyped for Buddy, man. Like,
just
I'm like,
adding
I can't wait.
Odell
We got
and-
the real wide receiver 3. We got, like, bro, I was hyped.
Yeah.
Come
Adding
on,
Odell,
he should be
and-
coming back
is a-
too.
Yeah, adding them both back to the wide receiving core with what we have, just it allows for more playmaking. You know, like right now it's just Waddle or Tyreek, and they're keying in on them. And other than that, we're trying to throw to Julian Hill now. We're trying to throw to people, but none of them are playmakers. So adding Malik back and Odell to go with your Waddle and your Tyreek, this could definitely open up this offense for us, and I'm excited for that.
real quick to jump on that. If you are watching, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. It goes way further than you can believe. We really appreciate y'all always hanging out with us. You know, we're mostly Twitter personalities, but we are trying to grow on the YouTube thing. So if you're seeing this, if you catch this episode, subscribe, like it, hit us up. We're going to be doing
like
a
a whole
lot
new
more.
world for me. I
Whole
never
new
even
world.
watched a YouTube video like a podcast on YouTube before this.
Yeah, we were like, we're going to do a podcast. Joe's like, yeah, let me watch a couple and see what that's like. I don't even know what y'all do.
Thank
All right,
you.
I got another.
He's like, what do I do?
Oh,
with
so
my
people
hands?
like it.
I don't know.
People
what-
do like it.
Of course, Ghost hates it. People like it.
I got another good question here. So let's go back to the mailbag here. At Miami_Polly King. That's an interesting one. Thank you for your question. If you could have one role player from any team in history and add them to this year's team, who would it be and why? I guess just not like maybe not a
sixth
positional,
man?
like not a wide receiver or like a running back or like a star player like that. I'll take one right now. If I can go first, I would take Quentin Nelson off the Colts and just plug him in at left guard. And
Bitch,
we
that's
would
not a
just
role
be-
player. That's an all-pro guard. What the fuck?
That's a
It's a
hard.
guard.
Right,
He
you
said
just like
it's a
role
guard.
player. I guess
I could've
somebody
said
got
Kelsey.
really,
He went and got 3 of them.
Quentin
suits,
Nelson,
bro.
the best left guard in the football. Yeah, I'd take him too. Let me get Trent Williams while we're at it.
No, he has a left tackle. That's a sexy position. That's not a role player.
I guess somebody that's not that great. Let me go Quentin Nelson, the nastiest left guard in football.
A boy can dream, man. A boy can dream. Fine. Who would you guys take?
Let me think. Y'all, if somebody's got one, go ahead. I'm gonna think good. I'm gonna think hard. Role players are hard because you gotta think about it.
Oh no, I was just kickers don't count. Those are not role players. Those are
Role
weapons.
player. Give me.
Role player.
Oh, he meant from any Miami history teams.
Just like anybody, it said. So
I'll take Cam Wake.
Yeah. Oof.
Coach Fuller's over here trying to kill us.
Yeah. Give me.
Jesus Christ.
we wouldn't make it, Coach.
We already drank pretty close to that. You'd be surprised.
I feel like Cam Wake's like the situational ears pinned back, go get the quarterback. That's a good one. Oh, I like Polite as fullback.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, that would be
I
nice.
like that.
Wait.
I like that.
I'm trying to think of a true, like, a guy that never really got his shine, but was like
Larry Izzo.
delivered.
Devon Bess. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like across the whole league, just a role player that I was thinking Darren Sproles, but we don't need another running back.
Right.
Darren Sproles would be fun though, but we don't need another running back. Role player.
Well,
Don't mind me, guys. I got a
you
wish
guys-
hat on, guys.
Oh, it's all good. We're at the dive bar. It's okay. I don't
Yeah,
know if kids
man.
are allowed at the dive bar, but she has a good fake. She has a good fake ID, so she passed.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
got
she-
in.
She-
So
she's-
here,
she's
Hey,
a
Michael
Charles
Thomas. Michael Thomas was a legend. He did have the walk-off interception versus Brady. That's a great point. Michael
That's
Thomas
true.
was nice.
and he was like fresh off the street that week too. Like I remember we had just gotten him or brought him up off the practice squad too, right? And he got that pick to seal the game.
Hey, Brian
Wait,
Hartline in the
wait,
slot right
I'm
now. Hey,
overthinking.
Brian
I'm
Hartline in the
overthinking.
slot right now.
Nah, Matt Moore.
Oh,
Mic drop.
Hey, dude, Matt Moore
Mic
right
drop.
now would be his spark
Matt
plug.
Moore.
We would be
Go
thrilled
win me
with
3
Matt
games
Moore.
right now, Matt Moore. Easy, coach. Watch me work.
Ooh, Charles Clay's a nice one.
Yeah,
Put the
I
team
think
on
Charles
his
Clay
back.
would be my
Matt
pick.
Moore, baby.
Charles Clay was nice.
All right. That one kind of.
Dude, Eric said Quentin Nelson. That shit was crazy.
Dude,
You know I love
I don't-
trench play, Bobby. You know I love trench play, Coach.
he is a dirty
you know.
bitch, ain't he?
You know. All right.
Bring me, hey, Keith Sims.
I don't think that we like really touched on this, but I have the quote. But this is a good question. Like, do you guys think Coach should give up play calling duties and give them to Frank Smith or even maybe Bevs, who has experience? What do you guys think about that?
So the quick answer is this: you can't give it to Frank Smith. One, because Frank Smith never called plays. So like, if I'm taking it out of Mike McDaniel's hands, I'm gonna have a sure answer, and that's kind of what he said today.
Yeah,
I would do it immediately if I thought it helped the team more than what I can do. Frank
There's
Smith,
only one answer right now.
yeah. Bevel, maybe. He spends a lot of time with Tua. Bevel's done it before. He's got experience. Bevel maybe could do it, take something off his plate. I think McDaniel's your play caller, period.
I got a
He
better
has to
idea. I got a better idea. Why don't we put Frank Smith and Bevel in the same room and let them both call plays?
and we won't tell anybody who's
Never been
calling
done
the
before.
plays.
Never been done before.
Give us a real leg up.
They'll never see it coming.
Never.
No
see
one's
it coming.
no one's ever done
Who's
that.
calling the play?
No one's
It's
ever done
probably
You
it.
don't
McDaniel
know.
still.
Holy sh!
No, but honestly, Coach's quote today at his presser about the play calling, he said, and I quote, "I wouldn't hesitate to change that procedure because it is my call. I would change it in a heartbeat if I thought someone else gave the team a better chance to win."
Yeah.
I thought it was a great answer, but I also thought it told you basically, I'm your play caller.
He said, "Fuck no," basically. And
yeah.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's-
lie. Today, the he kind of lost everybody with the presser when he said that Skyler's not out of starting. Like,
Yeah.
Here's the
come
thing
on.
I've learned about McDaniel, though. He's not going to
so
tell you
politically
shit.
correct, bro.
He's not
so
telling you
politically
anything.
Correct.
He
And he's also chess for sure.
Huntley could be the starting quarterback already, and the whole team could know it, and he
Yeah.
won't come out and disrespect
never.
or hurt
Till
Skyler's
the
feelings.
last second.
He
Yeah.
thinks
Hey.
it's like
Let's find out.
I want to. I want
Hey,
to.
let's go. Hey, let's go through some channels.
Get your Cruton hat on.
Come on, coach.
Hey, that would be a cool segment. Just call somebody, but that wouldn't work. But anyways,
Phone a friend. A bunch
Dude, I
of these
really
other.
hope we win a game because this mustache is getting itchy.
how's the old lady feeling about the mustache these days?
Not
I know
happy.
Yeah.
Not
Careful.
fucking happy.
Careful.
Tread lightly, Bobby.
Careful. Easy.
Don't bring up the stash.
Easy.
I'm trying to have the beard catch up now, so she doesn't even notice it. It's not
Soon
working.
you could do
As
the,
you can see, it's not
the
working.
Raleigh fingers.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
You need a little beeswax on that thing.
Yep, a little wax on the end, the little twisties.
Little twist action.
Yep.
Here's another one.
Now I
My-
really look like fucking Luigi.
At Run Ricky Run _34, Mike Sanders always showing support. Appreciate you, homie. Are Joe and Ghost going to the game on Monday because he's still up in the air? So funny, Tucci, you want to tell the story about last year Monday Night Football just really quick for people who haven't heard it?
Oh
First,
man,
no one's doing-
I mean, I feel like we've told it, but for those who weren't there, so we all went to the Monday night game together. Brought the girls, amazing vibes, beautiful night, by the way. I don't know if you remember
Wonderful.
that. It was a wonderful, crisp night. We're up 2 scores, and we are all so far from each other sitting wise that we all texted each other when we were up 2 scores and like, hey guys, this one's over. Let's get out of here before the crowd. We all rushed back to the truck. On our way back to the truck, you can just hear the rush of the Titans. We got into the truck. I ended up not even leaving the parking lot because I
Just
couldn't-
sat there.
I couldn't. We
Yep.
watched the end on my phone. We lost. I still got out of there before the traffic. I'm not dumb.
We did.
But my wife goes to play music, and I felt so bad, and I was like, "Baby,
Turn it
oh my
off.
God. This is-
No,
this is gonna
we
be-
rode
this is
home
gonna be-
in
This is
silence.
going to
Silence.
be a silent drive.
You can hear everybody breathing in the car. Like,
Oh man, it was fucking. Oh.
yeah. I remember, bro. I was so sad. I was like, how did this just happen? Like, seriously.
dude,
So
that
no,
was
I'm not going to the game.
straight up
I'm just
heartbreak.
not.
Yeah, that basically that right there derailed like the season, and we could have had a home field fucking game, and instead we were playing in -26.
That coupled with Kadarius Toney lining up off sides is the reason we
Yeah.
had to go play the coldest game of all time.
Yep. Wild.
Kansas City, Buffalo lined up
So-
off sides.
Just talking more about the season, at least for McDaniel, he hasn't seen adversity early,
Yeah.
right? It's always too late when the adversity hits for him. This getting punched in the mouth in the first, second round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this could be a good recipe because like most teams who win the Super Bowl, most of the time they start slow.
It's true.
And then wheels start churning in November.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there's a lot of 1-3 teams right now, man, that are good teams. They're just, got hit with the injury bug. Like 49ers, man, they're a good team and they're 1-3.
1-2, like
Dude,
us.
you know what's crazy?
Yeah, sorry, 1-2.
No, you're
You know
good.
what's crazy? We're still in the 7th. We're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
that's
Which is
wild.
wild.
I wouldn't that's how I know
Bengals
you're a
right
psycho
now,
because
bro.
I wouldn't have even looked at that.
I wouldn't
Somebody
have known.
posted it.
David from the Beat posted it today. He said,
Mhm.
if the season, or he posted it yesterday.
Hey,
If the
David
season
posts some
were,
bangers.
David likes to mix it up a little bit. He'll hit you with some razzle dazzle now.
Hey.
By the way, how out of all the role players in the league did we not mention Taysom Hill?
That's a little.
That's a
You got-
Swiss knife right there, brother.
If you got two quarterbacks, you don't have one.
Listen, you want a role player for McDaniel, you go get Debo.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
shout out Mo Sauces.
Listen, that's the ultimate role player in the
Bro,
McDaniel
how much
offense.
fun did we have with that?
Bro. Yeah, especially when
Did
he
we
came
not
out
have
with
so much
the
fun thinking we
Dolphins
really
colored
about to get
jumpsuit.
Debo?
Yeah, when
Like,
he had the dolphin colored jumpsuit, that's when everything was like, oh wait, he's wearing dolphin colors too.
Well, we signed Cedric Wilson. We
Yeah.
traded for Tyreek. We have Waddle. And somehow we were like, at first we were like, there's no way they're going to get Debo. Like they already got 50 million in the position. Then,
Oh, I like that question.
he goes
That's
out.
what-
He goes out for a random lunch with McDaniel, and we're like, boys, are we? Hold on, are we about to make a trade for Deebo Samuels? Dude, that was insanity. And the craziest part, the best part, wasn't even Debo. It was the years after when we said, "Oh, we just drafted our Debo. We just signed our
Oh,
Debo.
it's the best.
Yeah, Erica's
Easy E season." Yeah.
And I'll never forget when I thought Jakeem Grant was our Tyreek Hill. So it's fine. Like
yeah.
I've been coping my whole life.
the Jakeem Grant deep ball drop is the reason that the Tua can't throw deep narrative even
Oh
started.
man, against
That's
the Bengals.
that's where it all
Okay.
started. This is a good
Okay,
question,
so
though.
hold on a second. 24 hours to be the GM. First thing you're doing, trade, cut, sign.
I got one.
Go, shoot.
First thing I'm doing is settling with Skylar Thompson and his injury. Sayonara, bud. Learn French because you're going to be playing in Canada next year. And then I'm going to
Canada.
Yeah, they
Hold
speak
on,
French up
hold
they
on,
speak
round
French up
table.
there. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna and then the next move is, which I don't know why we haven't done it. It's just right there for us to do. I'm gonna go get Mike White back off the Bills practice squad.
Is he
knows
on the practice
system.
I
squad?
don't agree
Yes.
with that. I
He's
don't want
on
to
the
go
practice
backwards.
squad.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
I go
moving back. I'm
backwards.
not moving backwards.
Nah,
No. The next thing we do is
gave up our
trade
offense
Liam.
already.
Trade Liam for whatever the hell we can get for him. Just
Yeah.
get rid of him.
I don't hate Liam.
He
I
hasn't
really
even
don't.
been. The,
I'm
hasn't
sorry.
even been the problem at
Yeah,
all in these games.
Like, it's an easy joke, but like he's not the issue right now. I'm not talking about Liam right now. We could talk about a lot of things before we can talk about Liam right now.
I think left guard is more.
That
of an
also
issue.
shows you how bad off we are. Is that Liam is not the biggest issue.
We've gone an hour and 15, haven't even complained about the offensive line once. That's where we're at.
I
do
mean,
wanna
because that could be a whole episode.
I want to see Patrick Paul.
He's
out
not.
There, bro.
He's not.
That's a good question, Chris. Thanks for bringing that up. So what do you guys think will happen? Because Coach also said today that T-Stead and Kendall Fuller are both still in the concussion protocol. So if
No.
T-Stead doesn't-
The cornerback Fuller is in protocol.
I
But
thought
he
it said
said
both.
had
He said both.
eye/concussion next to it.
No, yes. Oh, I thought you were saying Kendall Lamb. My bad.
No. Teron Armstead and Kendall Fuller both in
Yes.
concussion protocol. So
Yep.
if he doesn't
Can you
play,
get a concussion from poking an eye?
it's a first for me, dog.
Bro, he's
Captain
built like
Insano don't play.
he's built like a wimp, dog. I'm sorry. Like it
But when he
hurts me,
plays, he's
bro.
elite.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
he
pick on the
does.
man.
No, bro, but
Nah,
it's
bro,
just
I'm
like,
sorry.
bro,
Toronto
he
says
stubs
elite
a
when he's playing,
toe and
brother.
he has like
I'm
a
sorry,
pulled
man.
groin or something. You know what I mean? It's like it's one
Listen,
thing that leads to
that's a big
another, and
boy.
it's always something, man.
Big
It
trees
is
fall
always
hard.
something.
His
But
body is his body. I mean, that is
Big
what
trees
it is.
fall
What
hard,
it
boys.
I
is.
love him, bro. I do. I love him. I appreciate him on our team, but it's just like, damn, man. It's like it's not your knee, it's your freaking calf. If it's not your calf, it's your pinky. If it's not your pinky, it's your eye. It's like, bro, it's one thing after the other. It's like,
Here's what I think. Unfortunately, knowing McDaniel's track history, if this is what we're getting at about Patrick Paul, Kendall Lamb's probably stepping in and staying there.
100%.
We had a little bit of chance of intrigue when unfortunately Austin Jackson also went down.
Yeah.
But Patrick Paul come in and bullied a linebacker for 1 rep and then went back on ice.
Bullied.
Wait
Dude,
a
I
second,
would
though,
love-
boys. If we're gonna do, if we're gonna run heavy, you putting Lamb over Patrick Paul?
McDaniel is. But here's what I was about
McDaniel
to say.
certainly is.
Here's what I was about to say. I'd love to bring back the pull and tackle.
yes.
Same.
So
Patrick Paul as a pull and tackle.
why can't we do what some other teams do and have these extra linemen out there and you put him out next to somebody or you put him in motion and just let him fucking lay somebody out, bro? Like, he's that dude. Get him on the field so when he comes onto the field next year, he's not a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, let him out there. Let him get some play, bro. Like, that's what I hate. Like, we go into next season, he's going to be your starting left tackle, but he barely had a snap with ones. You know what I mean? So it's like, I want him to get a little bit of, especially while T-Stead's hurt, like, find a way to get him in there, man. Do something.
Real quick. There will be no Jake Bailey disrespect.
No,
Zero.
Jake Bailey slander. He's our MVP
He's
right
balling.
now.
On this show, I've been telling these boys, dude, that's our most consistent player right now. Put
He's
some
our
respect.
MVP.
Dude,
He's
put
had
some
good
respect
bounces.
on
He's
my
had
boy's
good
name.
bounces. He has.
It might
He's
have been it
for the
might have
brand.
been the sign guy that made him turn. Look, we don't know. So, like,
Oh no,
look,
that sign guy definitely gave him an edge.
Just a little sprinkle of competition.
100%. Kyle Ulbrich
Friend of the
got
pod.
Jake Bailey
friend of the
bricked up.
pod.
My
Yeah.
boy seen him out in the streets, and he was like, "Nah, this ain't gonna happen. Not my house."
Middle Tennessee State guy ain't taking my job.
Hey, if we're if talking about anything, Jason Sanders is kind of scaring me again.
Yeah, and we
Thank
can't
God
use
Ghost isn't
we
here for
can't
this.
use the different holder thing because Bailey's the same holder from last year. So it's I feel you.
Sanders is elite in 1 minute left in the game. He's, knock on wood, never missed. But outside of that, he's very hot and cold. Very hot and cold.
Yeah. Hey, as long as he hits the game winners, I'm cool with first quarter shanks, but
Yeah.
I guess it's easy to pick on that when we're losing by, 17,
We just need to
24.
score when we have the chance to score. That's like, especially right now with the situations that we're in. It's like when we get down there, we have to score. Like that Kohu interception when we couldn't score, that got me so mad.
First
Dude,
play from that was an illegal motion, backed it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just,
So hold on a second. I wanted to go over that, Eric. We
Go
gotta
ahead.
cut some of that motion out, dude.
I agree. 100%.
We can't have Tyreek and Waddle out on third downs because they're
Yeah.
motioning 50 yards per play before they even start running a route, dude.
The
I
worst
get the concept of it. Don't get me
Dude.
wrong.
McDaniel's toxic trait is 2nd and 8, send Waddle and Tyreek 50 yards deep, then put them on the sidelines because now they're breathing heavy, then put DeBose and Barrios in and try to go get a 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
That's McDaniel's toxic trait.
Okay, I can respect that.
They were off the field
that
so
really
much
is
on
it.
third down.
Yeah.
Before
Bring Eskridge.
I'm about to bounce soon, because I am starving, boys.
Yeah.
You guys can stay and kick it though. But do you guys want to go over some keys to victory?
Yeah, let's go. Let's hit our roundtable quick. 3 bullet points, keys to victory for Monday, and then we'll wrap.
All right. Let's go one by one so we don't so everybody has a pick. All right.
All right, go ahead, Bobby. Give us one key to victory Monday.
Tyler Snoop Huntley, baby. Come on.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna go with a Jalen Wright game. I'm going Jalen Wright.
Ooh.
Big runs.
I'm going to go defense to show up for both halves.
And
Yeah,
I will
the next step.
take commitment to the run game.
Yeah,
Coach,
I like
you
that.
were once a
Boys,
run game
I don't even think we need
coordinator.
to go another round. That's it. Those are the 4 points.
Let's see it.
Hey, Eric, you're still EP. I'm going to need you to make those nice bullet points for the page because those are our 4 keys to victory, brother.
Oh, don't worry. This will be cropped first thing in the morning. This will be hitting your timeline.
Hey,
Jay
but one
Cap,
thing
I literally love you, dude.
One thing that does concern me a little bit is that we had that same defense two years ago with was our Boyer. Boyer was a second half adjustment DC. And it's like, man, I don't know if we're playing from behind like we used to. So like that concerns me a little bit. I'd love to come out and just like set the tone right away. Maybe even like put some points on the board, a pick 6 right out the gate, just to give our offense a little cushion. Maybe then they would turn into the running game a little bit more. Yeah, if we lose to the Titans,
it's Cam
I'm
Smith
drinking a
available?
full bottle on this show next week.
Cam is
Oh,
on
yeah,
IR.
no, you're going to see a
On
really,
IR
really
still for
bad
another
side of
right?
me if we
Okay.
lose. Like,
So if
bad.
Fuller doesn't play, it'll probably be
Bonner.
Ethan Bonner, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be Duck because he's
Or
already
sto-
been the
If
one.
he's
Yeah,
not
but-
hurt though, because remember he left. He got it.
Yeah.
He got dinged up also.
Yeah.
What was it, a quad?
Shoulder?
Shoulder?
I thought somebody landed on him trying to make a tackle. I'm not
Check
really
your
sure. Though.
post,
I'll be
Chef
quiet
Drew.
because I don't know. I will say this too: the Ethan Bonner situation feels more like keeping a healthy outside corner healthy for the time being. That feels more like Ethan Bonner because he seemed to be the third guy all preseason, like the true primary outside guy.
Dash.
And now he's been inactive for 3 straight weeks. So I feel like Bonner's more of a for this situation exactly a break glass in case of emergency. Well, we have an emergency.
You're going to need them against the speed of their wide receivers and Ridley and Hopkins. So,
Brother, we lose to the Titans. We are all going to have front row seats to watching Ghost melt.
This kind of makes me.
That's what I'm most nervous about.
Almost worth it to lose to the Titans.
He's on edge.
I was gonna say.
My boy is on edge.
Hey, look, we've had a lot of players on here this offseason, and a lot of players talked about that Titans game and how they didn't handle their own business, and it ain't about the cold weather. It's not about injuries. The Titans game, they know. Everybody in that locker room knows the Titans game and what it did to them and how they fumbled the bag. If this team don't show up against the Titans, it's deep. It's deep.
Yeah.
You might have to blow it up.
You didn't have to drop the B word, bro.
Not yet. Let's just keep a little bit, just a little bit of hope.
Listen, like I said,
that's
we
Monday talk, Chris.
Slow.
That's Monday
we might
talk.
be starting slow this week.
Hey,
or this year. That the remainder
hear
of
me
the year
out.
will take off.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm hearing.
Motherfucker, if you don't go.
Hold on. Let me. This big old ear.
That was it.
Here.
That was it. The comment.
Oh, jeez Louise, this guy.
Hear me out. Let's trade for a role player like Quentin Nelson.
Yeah. I'm gonna clip that one just because.
Hey, anybody hear of a guy named Peyton Manning?
What's he doing
now,
these days?
That was a role player. Now that was a bona fide role player.
All right, boys.
Eric, you're so pure, brother. You're so pure.
Yeah, he is.
Let's let everybody go get some dinner, get back to their families. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate everybody dropping questions in the mailbag. The comments were electric tonight. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Hopefully on a high in Club Dub. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate all of you guys. We wouldn't be here without y'all. So that said,
I ain't fucking leaving. It ain't
fins
over.
up, everybody.
Hey, appreciate
Fins
it.
Tyler Huntley season. Let's go. I'm outside of Hard Rock right now.
Fins
Let's
up.
go.
Let's get it.